It's a decision, but it's the decision that makes the difference. The difference between whether or not I care about who you are, what you want, and what you're going to do to get it. Wrong or right, male or female, life or death, your job is to make the audience care. You see, you can't teach acting. You either are the character you are on screen, or you become that character. Truth is what you seek in a performance. Nothing more, nothing less. If it is not truth, it is poo-poo.
Wait, can you go back a minute? You said you can't teach acting, but I'm here to learn acting. In fact, the ad I answered said you taught acting.
It's a metaphor, a figure of speech. I'm here to find your truth. And that could be pricey.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I thought acting was all about lying. My ex-boyfriend was on the soap opera called Costco of Love, and he lied like all day long. That's why he's my ex.
Soap operas don't count in acting, my love.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense.
Forget about what you've seen or heard on screens. Think about what you've done in life. Have you been dumped by a lover? Betrayed by a friend? Have you ever been so drunk you woke up with vomit in your hair, naked? That is what you pull from for acting. It's real, it's truth, it's emotion, it's human failure or triumph. It's those moments you have while trying to get a piece of that pie in life. And we all know what we want is cherry pie.
What if you're only 18 and nothing has happened to you yet?
Well, then I would do some research then. You have a father, right? You have a mother. Someone clearly had to have sex to have you in this world. What do? Are they abusive? Are they alcoholics? Do they not have time for you?
Well, actually, they're both dead.
Ah, perfect. Use that. How did they die? Is it because of you? Or a bad cook at a diner? Do you want revenge? Of course you do. Who wouldn't want revenge on the robber that killed their parents? You're Batman. Don't you see that you have things to pull from to make the truth come pouring out of your being?
When he mentioned Batman, all of the pieces of the puzzle just clicked, and I knew this was the class for me. Plus the Groupon covered 2 more.
So when he started talking about Batman, I started to think, does he have any degrees in acting or credits in film or TV? I almost feel like he was making it up on the spot. I also noticed Jane. She said that she had an ex-boyfriend. So I think that means that she's single. So I might have to take another class to find out.
My parents aren't really dead. I just said that to make them feel bad. But I didn't really see him feel anything. So maybe my acting's not as good as it should be.
Every class, I like to start with a story. Kind of food for thought, if you will. Today, we will go back to a pilot that I wrote and was the lead in. Of course, it was never turned into a series, but it was purchased, and I was paid in Bitcoin. At the time, who knew that would blow up? Well, I did. I knew. But that's not the story. The story is the leading lady. I hated her. I wanted her off the set so bad, but I couldn't get her off. The producer was a relative, so we were stuck. Every day, she would not rehearse with me. She wouldn't talk to me. And I thought, why is she so stuck up?
Was she acting? Like full character?
No, not at all. She was just a cunt. But she nailed the role. She got picked up by Endeavor Agency, and she landed a soap opera after that. I even married her. It only lasted for a season, but What a ride. And that is why soap operas do not count.
So, you married a woman you hated? And she has family in the industry?
No. I married the woman of my dreams. The sun rises and sets with her. I was in love, and not to be confused with lust, but love. The feeling that you can't describe without getting choked up in your throat. The feeling of butterflies. The feeling of the fear of losing the one person that you think about every moment of every day. You know, sometimes I used to just watch her sleep because I just adored the way she looked. So comfortable and quiet. The way she brushed her hair or poured her coffee in the morning. How you never knew when she did number 2 in the bathroom. Of course, when the divorce papers came, I didn't understand. I couldn't live a day without her, and she just walked out like it was nothing, like it wasn't the best 6 months of her life, like I was trash. And that, my friends, is what is called acting.
There was a moment where I felt tingles. Tingles in my naughty parts.
So I'm really new to the whole acting class thing, don't really know what to expect, but I did notice that the guy-to-girl ratio is totally in my favor.
Technically, I'm not a student here. I'm actually Laurence's probation officer. So I'm just auditing class. But hey, you never know. Look at Danny Trejo.
This is the first class I've taught since I was released. I honestly didn't know if I could teach again after the incident. But I think I proved I could. And also, I think I'll get a ton of referrals from your film project. So for that, I thank you. And just remember my motto to live by. Just do it.
So, can you teach me how to cry? Because I ain't never cried before, Holmes.
Teach? No. But provide you with the key to unlock the door to that emotion? Maybe. That I may be able to do. I may be able to give you the flashlight to light the path that is dark.
So, Mahina said she can't see me anymore because I have no emotions. So my homeboy Hector was like, check out this acting class my sister goes to on the west side. I was like, the west side? He's like, yeah, they teach you all that movie stuff. How to laugh, how to cry, how to act. And they're mostly behind us. And I was like, man, I'm going to have to peep that out.
So you've never ever cried? Have you seen The Notebook?
No, the fuck?
That's tragic.
Yeah, I don't cry either.
Ain't that some bullshit?
Crying, laughing, living, dying, these are all just tools. And I will teach you how to be that tool. To be a big tool. Laurence?
Ba 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 ba